There has been much debate in the Dragon Ball fandom regarding Goku's character in the Dragon Ball Super anime and manga. Some fans are not satisfied with the characterization of Goku in Super and believe that he is too light-hearted and carefree throughout the show. This is evident as it seems the writers have amped up his happy-go-lucky personality trait up to 11, but there is some serious moments for Goku in Dragon Ball Super as well. While these are few and far between compared to the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z anime, and hell, even Dragon Ball GT, there are still highlight scenes throughout Super that showcase Goku's dramatic side extremely well. In today's video we cover these moments and discuss why they work in the series. Now the fifth moment I want to talk about is Goku asking Beerus not to destroy Earth. Now that is in the Battle of Gods arc, specifically episode 14, and Goku is defeated after his match with Beerus. You know, he puts everything into stopping Beerus' blast, and even though we've watched this moment play out in the Battle of Gods movie, it's still quality stuff here. As the entire gang braces themselves and prepares to launch one more desperate attack, Goku pleads to the Destroyer God not to do anything to Earth. And this is kind of a dramatic moment here with, you know, great music by Sumitomo. This is one of the standouts by Sumitomo, in my opinion at least. I know he kind of had a rocky start with the Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and Universe 6 arc music, but this track's pretty good. And yeah, the whole entire scene is very effective and rather a dramatic scene for Goku, except when Mr. Satan just becomes obnoxious as ever. The fourth spot on the video list is Goku's reaction to Frieza blowing up the planet. Now this is actually really well done, and this is directly lifted once again from the Resurrection F movie, just like the fifth spot was from the Battle of Gods movie. Now Goku clenches his fist, talking in a serious tone, like he clenches his fist. You can see through his facial expression that he's just fucked up. You know, he's let everybody down and he's just looking to the ground, kinda like the original Super Saiyan transformation on Namek, and he's blaming himself. He could have finished off Frieza, but he just didn't. He toyed around and yeah, he just fucked things up. In most of these serious scenes, Goku doesn't talk, like the Ultra Instinct scene or Universe 9 being erased, which I'll cover later, but this is an exception. This is one where Goku actually speaks. And I just like the scene very much. It's one of the redeeming qualities of the Resurrection F arc, and also, you know, to bounce away from that just a little bit, beforehand, when Frieza was blowing up the Earth and we got to see all of those reaction shots from the people of Earth, you know, Videl and Pan and Panchi, you know, that was really cool as well. That was really effective. But the third spot on this list is Universe 9 being erased. Now, MJ and I, we talked about the Universe 9 erasure in a previous video in more detail, but I really like the Universe 9 erasure because of the facial expression on Goku's face and how serious that is. Like, I think that is the turning point in the Tournament of Power where everybody, including Goku, especially Goku in this case, because he was the catalyst for the Tournament of Power, you know, that was the moment where he was like, oh my god, like, this is serious, like, people can really get erased. You know, I thought that was sort of all talk, but Universe 9, they got erased, and there was silence from everyone except the narrator, obviously, because he had to close out the episode. And then Goku and Vegeta just going straight out of Super Saiyan Blue, just, I guess, out of respect, or just shock, and they go into their base forms, and then, like, you see Goku, like, with that facial expression. It's like, what the hell, man, like, did that really just happen? And they really find out the intensity of this moment and of this tournament just through this one small scene, and I really like it. We're coming down to the wire now, and the second spot is when Goku learns that Zamasu killed Chi-Chi and Goten. This is the only moment where Goku is absolutely fueled with anger in Dragon Ball Super, in my opinion. I mean, we get other scenes where he's a little bit mad, he's kind of mad, but this is the only moment, in my opinion at least, of Super, where Goku is absolutely fueled with, you know, rage and resentment and anger for the enemy he is facing, and he screams, shouts at Black and Zamasu, and temporarily destroys them, just brutalizes them in a 2v1 fight. My favorite little moment of this, and I think, it's meme-worthy, I believe there was like tons of memes going around at the time of the Future Trunks arc airing, was when Goku sort of punched Zamasu from behind, and he sort of just flicks Zamasu out of the way, and then Zamasu just goes flying. And just Goku's facial expression, he uses instantaneous movement, and he just knocks him out of the way. That's just fantastic. And the final serious moment on this list, at least, there's more, but this is the only one on this list, the only last one on this list, is the Ultra Instinct Omen, Goku breaking his shell. And the build-up for this was quite intense, actually, considering this is the 1 hour special. This was in the 1 hour special between episode 109 to episode 110. This was a really good scene with really nice build-up. It was a little slow, but that works for the scene. And basically, Goku is silent and has a deadpan, serious look on his face when he unlocks Ultra Instinct, and before that, everyone's like, what happened to Goku, what's going on? And at the time, we had no idea as well, because this form hasn't been introduced to us, so we didn't know either that it was Ultra Instinct, and it was him sort of resisting the power of the Spirit Bomb and breaking a shell and stuff. We had no idea until we, predicted and said something. So the characters in the show very much reflected the viewers watching the show, much like how Zeno is sort of a audience surrogate. Everyone was an audience surrogate. It's not like if somebody explained Super Saiyan just right after Goku attained it, and then people are like, oh my god, what's Super Saiyan? Even though we kind of already got it explained, it's kind of like, what's the point? Why are you reacting that way? But with this, it's like everyone just didn't know at the time. And the entire atmosphere of the scene was darkened, with people questioning where Goku is at before he unleashes Ultra Instinct, and the sheer power of his hits and him sort of deflecting the Ki Blast. It was all very serious, yet very instinctual, obviously. It's Ultra Instinct. But him just deflecting Ki Blast, you could totally just feel the power in that. And just another thing before we conclude the video, the Ultra Instinct Omen, the first time we saw Ultra Instinct in episode 110 of Dragon Ball Super, was the first time that he remained truly silent, so I think that's why specifically this moment is on the list and on the video by extension, instead of the other Ultra Instinct moments, is that this is the time he truly remained just silent, he was just focused, he was, instinctually just fighting Jiren and, yeah, so he was completely silent, and other times where he was using Ultra Instinct, and mastered or perfected Ultra Instinct, whatever you want to call it, the Whitehead form, he wasn't silent, he was talking, and that kind of ruins the atmosphere and the intrigue of the form, and by extension, as I said, the scene to me. So that's why Ultra Instinct Omen, Goku breaking a shell is on the list, as opposed to Goku vs. Kefla, or Mastered Ultra Instinct versus Jiren. But what do you guys think in the comment section down below? I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think Goku should be more serious in future Dragon Ball Super content, i.e. the movie, or if we do get another series in 2019, do you think Goku should remain like this happy-go-lucky dude? I mean, that is, one of the traits of his personality, but it almost seems like Goku has sort of consumed that fully in a way in Super, and we don't really see the serious side of Goku compared to the Dragon Ball manga or the Dragon Ball anime and Dragon Ball Z anime. Compared to that, we don't really get to see him, go serious a lot of the time. Where in the Dragon Ball manga, he was serious, many more times, than Super. He was serious way more often. So should we see that in future Dragon Ball material, or or are you happy with the happy-go-lucky sort of Goku? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. And what are some of your moments for Goku, being serious in Super? What are your favorite moments? Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Let me know. Now please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later, as always.